All right, so we're live. Okay.
Hey,
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome
Happy New Year.
to another Galactican meet. We're going to be checking in what's coming in this year. Okay. So, Frank, how
Hey,
was your New Year?
oh no, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was peaceful, blissful. I feel like I got some downloads, so it was great. Nothing to complain about.
Okay. So, we're going to get a girlfriend this year.
Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a yes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna get you set up this year, Frank.
Oh my goodness. Help me,
All
Lord.
right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for returning. We took a break so that we could have some rest in the new year. And we're coming up in this year, and we are going to be focusing on a lot of issues that is transpiring, a lot of situation that is happening. All right. There is such a lot that has happened this week. Remember, we do not do politics. I really do not want to discuss what has transpired. I do not do politics. Okay. Um, so on the 20th, the new president of America is going to be coming in. So congratulations to you Americans out there. And we're going to be looking at a couple of things. And I always say to people, the truth is in the plain sight, or whatever you're looking for is in the plain sight. But we never look and we never give it the time in order to realize what is going on. Okay. All right. So I think it was the 1st or the 2nd of January in Italy. Thousands of blackbirds just fall out of the sky dead.
Mhm.
Now, I have been investigating the situation and going back to all the year that these things have happened and transpire, all the country, all the places that it happens. And in all these countries and places that it happened, like 4 or 5 days later, a disaster happened. Now, what happened on the 4th? I think it was the 4th of the 5th of Italy, January. Please quote me, ladies and gentlemen. There was a huge hole that the cars fell down at a hospital in Italy. So there was a sinkhole where a lot of cars, and this is what
Mhm.
I'm saying to a lot of people, in order to understand who you are, why you're here on this planet, and all the things, the universe, the source of all things, Mother Earth, always give you a warning as to when things is going to be happening. And I saw this and I was like, oh Lord, what now? What is this Arba thing? Because I've been recognizing it for many years. I've been looking at where when the blackbirds, especially blackbirds, okay, because a lot of Indians is aware of blackbirds and doves and what is the meaning of blackbirds, what is the meaning of doves, and that
Mhm.
sort of a thing. When you see a blackbird, what is that saying? Problems is coming up. When you see a white pigeon or the white ones with a white belly, that
Mhm.
means, peace, it is good. Go the direction that you're going in. But when I saw this thing in Italy with all these blackbirds, I think it was the 1st or the 2nd of January that so many blackbirds fell out of the sky. I know it's always 4 to 5 days afterwards that something dramatic is going to happen. And yes, in the week, by a hospital in Italy, a sinkhole where a lot of cars have sunken. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I've always said to people, you don't need a psychic, you don't need a medium, you don't need a thing, because the universe is always giving you like information, what is going to be coming up, what is going to be transpiring. And if you look at what is happening, you will recognize what is the next up fork, because something horrible is about to happen. What do you think, Frank?
No, I definitely agree with
Zeke.
I definitely agree with you. Um, I think that the Earth is shifting, or the the planet is shifting and is going through its birth stages. So it might be having like contractions. So I also wanted to bring in like the discussion about the third dimension and the fourth dimension, and the differences, and how we're transitioning to that dimension. But I'm in total agreement with you. So I want to know if you could speak on the third dimension and fourth dimension from your perspective.
Sure. I'm going to be leading everything up. So that was one of the things that has transpired. And this is what I've been saying to a lot of people. The hurt, mother hurt, because that was like a diarrhea. She had to get that out. So she threw it up, she had to, it's like throwing up. It's like something is not good in your stomach. You got to get it out. And it was like as if Mother Earth just threw out those birds, and then know that something else is coming up. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the weird things that is going to be happening in this year. Okay. This year is going to be a very, very weird year. As we get to the end of the year, a lot of you are going to be having evidence that there are alien species. And for the people who do not believe in this, you're going to be recognizing that ground zero is not only for ground zero. Ground zero is where species from other universe is kept. And they also, governments of the world is aware of this. And at the end of the year, I think they are going to be letting us know that there are other species and other dimensions. Okay, this earth is not the home of the earth. There is dimensions of this earth. Okay, so understand that this is the earth, and then there's other dimension. Sometimes people flip in and out of dimension, and I recognize that a lot of people are now having this, especially people who are not awakened, and unexpected things is happening. And you're also flipping counterparts. Okay, a lot of this has been going on, and counterparts is that each individual have 13 counterparts. Okay, and you can be flipping position with your counterparts. So let's say you're going through some sort of a situation on this earth dimension, and you can flip with your counterpart through the dream time. So you will wake up and your existence is like, oh, that's kind of weird, that wasn't there, that sort of a thing. You're not going crazy. It's just that you are changing out component of your dimension. Okay, so don't get freak out. This is the year that we're really feeling the shift from the 3 dimension to the 4th dimension. Okay, not everyone is going to be shifting. You know that, Zeke.
I mean, I can see that just based on people's psychology. So if people are not open and aware to the different species, different what you just said, different dimensions, that they're going to be closed off to what's going to happen next. So I could definitely see that, because I could see it within people I work around, people, my family, different friends, that a lot of things are like really happening under people's nose per se, and they're not really open to it. Like there's small evidence that the planet is shifting, that we're changing energetically shifts, and people are not looking at the subtle warnings or subtle examples. Yeah. Because there's subtle things before the big boom or the big things that come across.
Okay. Zeke, you came up with a good idea with my book, because I'd given a lot of information in the book. Remove the Veil of Illusions, my book that I had, I've given a lot of information, and we're going to be working on the book because we're going to be letting people know what they're feeling and how this is affecting them. Okay. So we have the 3 dimension, the 4th dimension, and the 5th dimension.
Mhm.
So I've been giving this out messages from a long time, okay? Because I have 2 channels. I have one in Dutch and have one in English. And I've been letting people know that we were about to come up on the shift, and the 3 dimension is where all of us was born in, okay?
Mhm.
So we were all born in the 3 dimension, and the 3 dimension is about you being thrown in something that you have to figure it out yourself, okay? That is basically the 3 dimension, and it's all about you working towards materialistic stability. The 3 dimension is about materialistic stability. When you go to the 4th dimension, you're going to be learning to balance out the materialistic world and balance out spirituality, because you're going to be recognizing that as you balance both things out, and that is what we actually come to this planet to learn, is to learn about the spirit and the mundane world, and how we learn to balance them out, okay? And that is what is going to be happening in the 4th dimension. A lot of issues, okay? So you have to be really losing yourself and see the 3 dimension as okay, so you were born and your understanding of things, but then you start to peel off the layer of the onions and is realizing that there is more. The deeper you go, and the first echelon of what you're peeling off, you're going to be recognizing for yourself, oh my God, there is just so much that is
Mhm.
beyond the and behind the veil of illusion. And this is why I name my book Beyond the Veil of Illusions, okay? That means that there were things that we were not taught, okay? And there were things that was kept from us as humanity. And it's about recognizing that, and it's about really finding out who you are. Who am I? Why am I here? And what is my purpose being here? And not the mundane things of you being born, you go to school, you study, you have kids, and the cycle goes around. No, you are here learning and at the same time clearing up and cleaning your karmas, okay? Because a
Mhm.
lot of people are on the karma wheel. A lot of people are on the karma wheel.
Right.
And I'm recognizing that a whole lot of people are on the karma wheel. And you need to get off that karma wheel and return to source, okay? It is about getting off the karma wheel, return to source, healing yourself, and moving directly to the 5th dimension, okay? So you will recognize that a lot of people are dying. So the COVID virus can be looked upon in many different ways, but in the spiritual ways, the COVID virus is a wake-up call.
Right.
Basically, it is a wake-up call for us to be
Mhm.
awakened and alert
Mhm.
as to what is going on. The COVID virus is to make us make decision that we're going to be using to move forward from out the 3 dimension to the 4th dimension, and recognize that we are a human, we are a species, we are a soul in a human body that is here to experience, learn, and experience new things. Okay, Zeke, do you have
Yeah.
anything on that?
I just add a little bit to that. Like the sun has corona flashes, so those flashes in the intra our planet, and it ends up hitting different species, the planet, the trees. So I believe that there's a central excuse me, there's a central sun within our galaxy, and it also has flashes of gamma rays that is penetrating our solar system and our planet, that is genetically shifting every organism on this planet, to where your conscious choice has led you to where you're going to evolve to the next level, or you're not ready. So within you're not ready, you're going to stay on the karmatic wheel, and you're going to finish out your life through that phase. But if you made a conscious choice, you're to evolve, your DNA is going to start changing with the flashes. So where we're going to transition into the next dimension will be the 4th dimension.
Wow. Well said. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are why I'm really bringing out these series for you guys in order to let you start thinking out of the box. Okay, it's about thinking out of the box. It's about getting out of the box, and it's about realizing, hey, why is this? Start questioning things for yourself and start understanding why we're here. Why is this going on? Why a lot of people are blaming and blaming and just being upset, but it's just all about awakening of who you are. So the three dimension is about not really understanding that there are multi-dimension beams, that there are different universal system, that there are also different planetary system. It was in the week that NASA started to let us know that there are multi earths and that sort of a thing. And I'm thinking, wow, NASA is kind of late. And I was like, woo, wow.
Yeah.
We all know that,
Right.
So all spiritual being is aware, and multi-dimensions are very much aware that there is just is
Yeah.
as if there is just different earth, and it's like they're shift over each other, and that each and every one of us have 13 counterparts. And this was when I remember when they start to think about cloning people, and I was like, no, hell no, I just like one of me in this dimension. So yeah, people, it is so beautiful if you are aware. And I always say to each and every one, your birthday is very, very, very important to celebrate. Always celebrate your birthday. It doesn't really matter it's happening. To be a human, that means you have an eye oppositely sent off being sensual, okay? Being sensual, and it's connecting to the soul. So being a human, a lot of people regret, and they're unhappy and that sort of a thing. No one can find you happiness. You have to find your own happiness, okay?
Exactly.
So if you are going to be sitting down waiting for someone to love you and someone to find happiness, you're going to be very, very, very disappointed.
Okay.
Because happiness is you finding the things that make you happy, you finding your own happiness, you learning to love yourself. And for all the women out there who is looking for love, can't find love, you have to look at yourself to recognize what is this? What was wrong with my first relationship? What was wrong with my second relationship? What was wrong with my third relationship? What was wrong with my fourth relationship? And kind of recognizing, and it's not only women but men, kind of recognizing what has been happening, what has transpired, why I haven't been vibrating, why am I not having the right people and the right energies in my life. And the reason for some of it is that you attract what you send out in the universe. Okay, so if you attract, oh, I want a relationship. Wow, I really want a relationship. But then you think, oh yeah, I'm the last one, and and you start creating these, analyzing and creating. That is what you bring in your life. So you bring these things now. Multidimension and star seeds, you're here to help other people with their karmas, and you're here to cleanse and teach a lot of people a lot of stuff. Okay, so you will attract negative people to you, and this is only for you to help them to clean their karmas, and it has nothing to do with you. You're the central part, but it's that the other people around you that is connecting, their karma needs to be clean. Okay, so you will recognize that you are very nice to people, and they treated you unfairly, and they're very hurtful of things what they have done to you. It's not your karma, it's their karma. You're coming back to help them, and they're doing the same karmatic thing. So what you do is call upon the Lord of Karma and says, I'm here to help this person with their karma. They're still doing the same thing. I don't want to go back through this karmatic situation. I'm praying for them and I'm hoping for help. And you let it go. It's all about bringing positive energy in your life and bringing positive people in your life. And once you realize that someone is just really not positive and really annoying and that sort of a thing, then you stand back from this person because you recognize that that person has no intent of changing and getting out of the 3 dimension. They're still stuck in the 3 dimension, and you need to leave this person behind and move forward. It is all about you connecting with yourself and you understanding what is happening and what is transpiring. Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Even touching on the love topic, the first person you should fall in love with you is yourself. You should fall in love with yourself. So a lot of times,
hold on, but people think that is self
right
absorbing. No, there is 2 different things of self absorbing. Falling in love with yourself is understanding that you have respect for yourself. And whenever someone disrespect you, you're going to be standing your grounds and said, this is how far you go with me. Okay.
Right.
So, that is about loving yourself and letting you know and let someone else know, hey, you're stepping over your boundaries. Do not step over your boundaries, because you're letting this person know, hell, I'm not going to accept what you're doing, basically. Okay. So that is about you learning to love yourself. You're basically understanding and recognizing that I am also a human being, and I'm also someone that is here on my journeys to learn, but yet still I'm not going to give away my power to someone else. And it's about taking back your power and understand who you are. And that people needs to realize that we're all here sharing the same planet and understanding how to recognize the beauty in another person and realize the beauty in yourself also.
Absolutely. So within doing that, you can express that to another partner, even because the spirituality concepts is you have to operate from the heart chakra. So if you don't even love yourself, how can you even
love someone else?
Yeah, emanate that type of love to humanity or your neighbor or your wife, your kids. And a lot of times, like, just in this reality, you're going to be challenged on every level.
Yeah.
And sometimes those challenges will bruise you, will cut you. You will end up keeping and storing regret, hate, all type of feelings and emotions that you can't transition, only because you're still feeling it. Because even trauma is probably the biggest thing that you can't tangibly see, but you feel and you grow through the emotions of experience.
Yeah.
So, I think, we have to help each other in those areas.
Yeah. No, seriously. And that is true. Trauma is just one of those things that you only if you are traumatic, then you will understand, because certain things just spark you and then you just spark off, because it's something that has traumatically affected you in such a way that you're hearing it happening to someone else and you just spark off over, oh my God, are you crazy? And then because you have been to that place, that trauma comes back to you and it affects you. Like some languages that is happening and transpiring, where you hear this. Some places that you go, you have trauma. Some places that you don't want to go. Some food that you eat, you have traumas.
Right.
And this is where you recognize that you are having trauma. Like I basically went through a real traumatic period, and I was aware that I was traumatic over what has transpired, especially when I came back from the States. I
Mm-hmm.
was so traumatic at all the stuff that has happened to me, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know these people. I don't even know, all my friends I can count on one hand. And so, and I had to learn to deal with it, and I had to learn to heal myself, and I had to learn to get over it, So I have had traumas in my life, and this is why I can feel a person when they come to me for help, because I can feel their traumas because I've gone through the trauma. And this is why I really don't. Be upset over all the stuff, the traumatic stuff, is because I can help another one dealing with a trauma. And this is what I said to a lot of people who go to psychiatrists and that sort of a thing. They cannot understand where you're coming from because they have not gone to that place.
Right.
Whenever, and this is why a lot of life coaches are very good, is because most life coaches have gone through a traumatic event in their life and recognize that they're not the only ones, and choose to help other people to recognize and get out of that space. So, with all the things that have gone on, sometimes I'm like, Jesus, wow, I had no idea that I had took on such a big job to
Mm-hmm.
resolve so much things, but yet still I'm not complaining. I'm understanding that this is the journey that I had taken on. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, do you have anything on that?
We could also add like family trauma, or what's the like the bloodline or the DNA trauma. So and it also the spiritual trauma. So maybe you experience something on a different parallel planet or realm or dimension that you might have brought it into this carnation.
Yeah.
But somebody said Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank
yes, yes.
you.
Yep.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Let's go through some of these messages. And feel free if you want to answer these messages. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right. Can we ask personal questions? Personal questions. Okay. Let's see, what is your personal question. I'll answer, not answer. Go ahead. All right. I'm coming down to your personal question. All right. So I can ask about my relationship this year. Okay. Our financial situation. Oh, good vibes. All right. So relationships for you are very complex, because I think that people are not recognizing who you are. You have such a loving heart, but I think people take advantage of you. Zora, 89. A lot of people take advantage of you because your heart is so warm. You're so open. You're a very peaceful person, and I see that people take advantage of you, and you're hoping for love, but then you attract all these people because let's say that you have a light bulb and the light comes on in a dark room. You will recognize that all the insects is going to be coming to you, and that is what is transpiring, is that love is there for you. And I want you this year to write down a couple things, okay, that you're looking for in a romantic partner, and ask the source. So their source, I'm open for love. If there's anything I need to heal within myself, I am open for love, and I'm asking that you open and honor my heart, because I'm now ready to meet my soulmate. Okay, you have a soulmate. You have a couple soulmates, so open up for the soulmate energy, and love will come in for you. Financial situation. I think it's better for you to be a freelance. Okay, a lot of people have been waiting for jobs. Go back, ladies and gentlemen. Remember what it is that you love to do as a child. Okay, and the funniest thing, and I always say this to my partner, that I'm not surprised who I've become. When I was a child, I had a lot of dolls, a lot of dolls. I love to read book, but I had a lot of dolls. I got all the new ones, and I'm always paying IOU. So I always have these little paper. You owe me 500, and then when they pay back, so I know I'll become an accountant. Okay, so so I have all these dolls, and then all I used to write, and they pay back when they pay back next week or so.
Hmm.
And I'm very good at Monopoly, and I'm very good at chess. So I recognize where my strong point was in. And a lot of people are sitting there waiting for a job, like you expect. But sometimes it is good for you to look within you and you to create for yourself. You're sitting down waiting. Do not depend on one financial flow of incomes, because we're shifting. When we're going in the fourth, going in the fifth, we're going to be starting to recognize that one flow of financial incomes is not going to be good. So we have to expand. So go back and think, what was good for you? What could you have done that is going to be bringing out more financial stability? Always have a second job, or always have something that is back in your financial, and use this year to find out. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's move on. What do people at any current world say about me? Oh, what do you care about what people say about you at work? And this is what I'm trying to explain to a lot of people. Go check out my business channel, because I have a business channel that I only do business reading. I want people to understand a job is a job. Okay, it's professional. It's to bring in your monetary and financial stability. Be professional. What another person feels about you at your job, once your work is been done, you're on time, you're respectable. For the rest, what people thinks about you, don't really worry about it, because you need to understand the only people that matters about you is your friends and your family. For the rest, at work, no, don't even, because sometimes people will create just horrible situation for other people at work, because they look better than them, because they are very good with what they do, and people will fight against you. So I'm telling you, do not worry about the people at your work. Understand that you have the power within you, and whatever you're doing, making sure that you can do it 100%. And for the rest, what they think about you, that's their problem. Learn to love yourself and show them that you have self-love by being respectable, and you're going to not being chauvinistic or so, but you're going to go in, get your work done, be very professional. People, stop talking about your private life at work. It is so wrong, and people use it against you in the long run. I'm telling you that. So don't worry about it. It's just jealousy, but you will be okay. All right. Thank you for that question. Oh, this is a good idea, Frank. Frank, tell me when, Zeke, tell me when you want to jump in.
Okay.
Cherry. Hi, Cherry. Hello. I love you too, darling. All right. So, oh, you're welcome, my darling. You are welcome. Don't worry about people and what people think about you. If you spend your time worrying about what people have to say about you, you will never get anywhere in life, and they're just holding you back. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cherry, energy is big. I love your vibes, strong vibes. You're welcome. Lisa. Yeah. No, seriously, gratitude and forgiveness are the key for cleaning up karma. Lisa, thank you. I know this is one of my favorite person. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, learn gratitude. Okay, when you wake up, open your eyes every morning. Say thanks to the universe for giving you another day. Okay, because you never know. And a lot of time I see like handicapped people. And my heart goes out because, being in a wheelchair, can't do things for yourself and that sort of a thing. A lot of people are not aware of that, how grateful you should be. Forgiveness is the key, ladies and gentlemen. Forgive the people that have hurt you the most. Forgiveness is the key. It can be very hurtful, but let go of the hurt and move on. Listen, I love this. I know. I live here in the US and send a ray of love and peace to you and your country. Thank you so much. And I'm doing the same thing for the US. I mean, America will always be my home, and Holland will always be my home. These are the two places that I spend most of my life on this planet. And it's sad for what is going on in America. And I can't wait until the 20 comes in so that we can resolve the situation and America can return to normal, because I can't. My heart breaks just to see everything that is going on. And to the family who have lost 5 people with the riot, forgiveness is the key. Okay, people make decisions, and sometimes people become involved in things, have lost their life, and it's because they have to teach or let something. So I'm asking everyone in the US to try to kind of have a peaceful time as we move forward. Okay, thank you, darling. I miss you too, honey. I miss you too. Okay. Do you
answer questions?
Yes, I do answer questions. All right, listen, sharing the channel. This topic is the new teaching for humanity. This help moves from 3D, the level we enter in the life. That's what I just said. As Kathye says, state we grow from point to point. Excellent video. Thank you so much. Check out that video. Lisa, I love you so much. I hope you're doing well. Yes, we do answer question. Okay, I missed that one. All right. Let's move forward. Jill, Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jill. Happy New Year. And if anyone have any personal question, you can send a question to myself and Zeke. Okay. Wonderful advice. Enjoy your work in life. I work long hours. Working from home. I know what that is because I do the same thing. And I will finish like with the Dutch part, and then in the evening when America start, then I will go until 9-10 o'clock in the nights. And a lot of people are not aware that being a YouTuber is a whole lot of, it's heavy work. And all YouTubers, and this is why I say to people, be respectable to YouTubers, because it's a whole lot of hours. Those videos just don't plop out the sky. It's a whole lot of hours. And if you really, really want to be true to your clients, it is always about, really being there and accepting that, if you choose something, you got to put a whole lot of work in there. Plus, I have other people, I have calls, and I have videos. So it is a lot of work. Okay. Can I just know? So I can see if it's bad, so I can protect myself. Sure. What is your question? The hurt is beautifully amazing. Yes, it is. All right. Frank, Zeke, I want to speak about something that is very important.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the month of January, and it is time for tax. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is only 2 things in life that is sure. It is debt and tax. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, 2 things in life you're sure is debt and taxes.
Right.
Now, there has been a lot of stuff. I've been speaking to a lot of people. A lot of stuff is going on. And what I've recognized is that people who know that other people are in other countries, Americans, they are taking people tax information, and they're accessing and taking their stimulus check and that sort of a thing, and calling and using other people information because they know that the people are out the country. Now, this is a problem that you're creating for the IRS. Okay. Now, what you people should understand is that You need to pay your taxes. Whether or not you work that year or you don't work, you need to pay your taxes. Whether it's in the US, any country that you live, you need to pay your taxes, okay? And if you are double citizen, you need to pay your taxes in both countries, okay? And for the people, the expats in Rotterdam, you can check out I Account for You. I Account for You is Dutch and Netherlands. We will let you see. I'm asking the producer to set I Account for You. So for the people who are expatriate and is in Rotterdam, you can check out I Account for You. They have a Dutch site and a American site. Okay, so they have I Account for You Puntanel and iaccountforyou.com. Their prices are good because I see a lot of people that ask for an exuberant price for taxes, and it doesn't really, we should not. I'm sorry, it's my girlfriend. I'm sorry, it's my girlfriend. Schatje, ik ben op een live video. Ik bel je zo terug, oké? Dus, ja, sorry. Dames en heren, taxes is very important. And even if you do not, make a lot in that year, do your taxes. Number one, it protects you from identity theft, because then they will recognize that you are the person, okay? And number two, taxes help you in the sense that it helps, taxes is paid to help the infrastructure of your country, okay? So it helps with everything, the infrastructure of your country. So, and the third thing is that taxes help you because whatever happened, you get help for your kids. If you are not making enough money, they will realize and they will help you with that. But it's very important to protect you against identity theft. So I'm asking, and all the dual citizen people especially, you need to protect yourself. And as you pay taxes in two countries, that is the way we can, remove identity theft. By doing that, then people are aware, and the tax company will recognize that you don't have two person, because not even in twins have the same name, and then they will identify and recognize, because a lot of people is aware when they pay taxes that's how they realize identity theft. Okay, that's another point we're going to be getting at, because I as I said to people, if they're going to be taking my life so that I can, you're not taking my life because you didn't give me life, but I'm going to be making sure, and your life in Zeke, I told they're not taking my life, okay? In order to, get rid of identity theft, we have to really, because I've been receiving a lot of message from a lot of people that is recognizing identity theft, okay? And how they're recognizing it is because everything is slowed down now. And that's how they're finding out. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, you need to do your taxes, because by doing your taxes, it help you. Because even some people will I didn't make a lot of money last year, but it doesn't really matter. As you continue doing your taxes, you're helping your country and you're helping your government. And whenever things like this, let's say, with what is going on in America, no one had expected that. Now, if you have been paying your taxes and all of that, then you would have been supported. And I think that there's a lot of state taxes. And remember, when you do your taxes, if you lived in another state, you have to run the system so that they check if you get any taxes from out another state. So if you change states, you have to. I will do it on my business channel. But right now, I'm just giving the most important thing is to pay your taxes, because once you pay your taxes, what that does is to illuminate the other person who is using your identity, and it will comes up. So it's better to, when you're doing your taxes, especially in America, run it in all states, and they will recognize if someone else in another state is accessing your information, okay? If you can read properly and understand, because some people can read but not
Comprehension.
comprehend it. Okay, so if you can read and comprehend, do your taxes yourself. Okay, and I'm asking like the governments to look at this problem. There is a problem. Um, Business people have to show up their identity if they're opening anything, using anything. Could we have just an identity business card? So just like we have our driver's license, just an identity card, whether it's a state identity card, and not using our driver's license anymore and our passport anymore for identity, because that is how they're accessing and copying driver's license and identity passports. Okay, so just like everyone have their state identity or whatever, when you're doing business, use that and don't use your driver's license in order to protect your information. Okay, so I'm asking the governments if you can take a look at this situation, because it is a situation, and I've learned this because being in what the situation, I have recognized that I send a copy of my passport to a payment system. And then they're saying, oh yeah, but we want to use this name. No. That's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. You need to use your birth name. And if you're married, you need to use all name, and you need to protect it, because what is happening and what is transpiring is that when you drop one name, they are using that name to give to illegal people. Okay, so that's how some people identity has been stolen, is because if you drop one name, let's say you take on your married name, always use your married name and your birth name in order for people to identify who you are, because once you drop one name, they use it to give their illegal people. Okay, so that is another point that you guys are supposed to be aware of what is happening and transpiring. Another thing, there is, and I'm asking all the governments to look at the situation. Not all countries is like that, but especially in the US. In Florida, you only use two names. That's wrong. That's wrong, ladies and gentlemen. That is how identity theft is being created. People need to use their birth name. So they need to write out their full name in full. Then whatever name they have, the middle name is supposed to be in letters, and then your last name, because that is how identity theft is created. Like I always say, and my cousin go, yeah, but down in Florida, we need to do two names. I said, no, that is how identity theft. I have a V in my middle name. That is it. So I write my full name out. My middle name is a V, and then I write my last name. And that is how I recognize how identity theft is created, is because you have, 6,000 people can have one name, but it's to identify their date of birth and to identify their family name. And that's how you can recognize when someone is using someone else's information, is by looking at the names. And that's why I said, no, I said, this is my birth name. It has a V in the middle. I write my first name out. And that is what I've been always taught by my parents and my mom. And, my mom lived in Florida. And she said, no, okay, you write all your name out. So my mother's name is 3C. Okay, and she all time 3C. Okay, and her maiden name was J. So she write. Sometimes she leaves the maiden name off, but 3C. So I'm always writing my name, and even my initials. I'm having my initial, and then I have a Dutch name. And the problem is that people recognize that, and what they do is that they use the names that drop off, and that's how identity theft is created. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have spent 2.5 years, and I have found out a whole lot of things. And you can come after my life, and you can come after my eyes, but I'm going to make it right. And I'm going to make it right for humanity, because this is what I came here for. And I think it is horrible that so much people have lost so much time really fighting for their own identity. So, ladies and gentlemen, even if you do not like your name, write your name out, and your middle initials should have initial. So if you have like Ezekiel, you have two middle initial, F and N. Is you saw how I write it. So
Yeah.
Ezekiel out,
Mhm.
and then blah blah blah, and
Right.
then your surname. So ladies and gentlemen, if even you don't like your name, it is your birth name. And the ladies who are married, you gotta use both your maiden name and your married name, because this is how they're stealing your identity and using your information. Okay, so they will pick up your maiden name and somebody else is using your maiden name, and if they don't check to see who is your parents, you know, your birthplace, who is your parents, that is how they recognize how many people are under that name. So I'm asking the governor of
Florida.
Florida to really look into this issue, because this is a huge issue, because people are supposed to be learning, you know, whatever your birth name is, that is what you're supposed to be having on paper. Okay. And you know that everyone have identity, but also a driver's license in order to identify you, because most Americans don't have passports. Only when they're traveling. No, but you know it. No, but it's nothing wrong. Yeah,
No,
we
it's
used to
true.
go in the islands when I was a child. I used
Right.
to travel on my birth certificate. We used to
Mhm.
go to the island on our birth certificate. We can still go to the islands on our driver's license, because that is America. But once you're traveling from one continent to another continent, you have to have a passport.
Right.
Okay? And I see that that is a loophole in the system, that when people marry, they drop their married name, and people are using it and picking it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't really matter nobody as to know your name except the government. And the best thing to do is to write your initial. You don't have to write your whole full name out. Your first name is supposed to be full out, then your middle name initials, and then your last name. And if you're married, you still hold, because some women are like, God, I didn't like my father, or I didn't like, I hold it still. Okay, because that is how they're using it and selling your information. All right, so that is one on identity theft. And please, ladies and gentlemen, because a lot of you recognize what happened in America is that some people who didn't pay taxes for years, okay, because I cannot imagine that you were born in America and never pay taxes. Are you serious? Okay, there's different organization, like
Right.
there's different organization, that's okay.
Yeah.
But if you were born in America and you have a business, there's different organizations. So we're not talking about the people who is exempt from taxes. Okay, we're
Right.
not talking about those people, but I'm talking like I met someone, and I remember last year the person said, oh, from the COVID, you know, I don't have any business, blah 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 blah. And you know, how do I get my check? And I said, haven't you paid taxes? I said, go to your accountant or whoever paid taxes. No, I don't pay taxes. I was like, bye, you're not my friend anymore. uh, yeah, sorry. No, 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 honey. All right, let's go to another question. My question was about a lot of what do the people at my current work thinks of me. I want to know, because if it is bad, I can protect yourself. Well, protect yourself. It's not bad. It's not bad. People are just jealous. Okay, it's not bad. You need to protect yourself. And this is I kind of feel your energy. You know, you want to know why, you want to know. Protect yourself. Okay, when you protect yourself, then you are aware that whatever negativity that is coming to you, it will depel and deplete itself. Okay, my darling.
Yeah, and if they book a reading, you can go into it deeper.
Yeah, but this person is just worried about what I think this person is worried about protection, because this person
Mm.
really feel as if and people can feel, people are very sensitive, so they can feel negativity from
Right.
people from their work. So just protect
Empath.
yourself, okay?
Right.
Just protect yourself. All right. So Zeke, any point you want to bring up?
Nah, I'm with you 100%. I'm going with the flow. I want to talk about synchronicity. But since you mentioned that synchronicity and seeing different numbers, seeing repeated numbers, and that's kind of like a guide and an awakened flash of trying to tell you what's going on, like your
Yeah.
guides and angels and stuff.
Yeah. So each and every one of us is blessed with at least four guides or at least four guides or angels
Angels,
or
yeah.
spiritual beings. Okay. So some
Mhm.
of us are blessed with angels and guides and also spiritual beings. Okay.
Mhm.
Multi-dimension people, starseed, their own starseed family protects them, and angels. Okay. So go ahead.
Nah, it's just I see like 1111 a lot, so that's just
Yeah,
like
yeah. A portal is being opened up, and
right.
um, a portal is being opened up, and you have to keep positive. But
Mm-hmm.
1111 is really the opening of a portal. Okay,
Right.
and it is very important to stay positive. Your thoughts are materializing. Okay, so a whole lot of people are not understanding
Right.
when 1111 is showing up in your, like you see in 11 minutes past 11, that sort of
Right.
a thing. Stay positive. Okay, it's like a portal that is opening up. Your mental capacity is materializing, so you have to be powerfully open, and your thoughts at that moment, that is the moment to make a wish.
Yep.
Okay, that is the moment to make a wish. Okay, so you want to ensure positive outcomes by focusing only on the good within yourself, others, and this whatever the situation is. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us, when we are in when we are worried, we kind of go in a scenario,
Right.
we
Right.
called it the dumb zone
Mm-hmm.
scenario of all the things that is good. It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta focus. Okay, so this is a problem. I need to resolve the situation, and you call upon your universal angels and guides, your mighty I am selves, to come up and divine intervention. A lot of people don't even know that.
Yeah. Right.
Just divine intervention. I'm asking for divine intervention with the situation that is going on. I'm asking for hurt angels to help me. And divine interventions. A lot of people just and like me and
Yep.
you, we have
Yep.
always done that before we understand what we
Mm-hmm.
were creating for ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
basically. Do you want to tell
Absolutely.
them about the fourth dimension?
Um, I can speak on what I know of my perception of it is that it has different colors, different it's like a different feeling, and then uh there's definitely different beings there that you can manifest very easily. You can like say if you got blue pants on, you can turn them red, just like that. Um, different technology. Um, and I'm just talking about my experience. So I don't know really the technical side of it. I've just talked about like, you know, when you're sleeping and then you actually wake up and you experience an event, but you're cognitive to bring it back into your awakened state. So, but maybe you talk about it in a different perspective.
No, you talk about this, you know it.
I'm like I said, I've had flashes of it, so I haven't really been able to experience it and dissect what I've been exposed to or experienced. So for example, I feel like there are crafts or I identified objects that are flying around different energy points that are
Yeah,
taking data.
yeah.
And when I was a child, I would look in the sky and I could never see anything except the sun and the moon and stars. But now I see different like orbs, different lights, different like spectrums of light that don't fit in the sky. Like I'm like, It's out of the eye. That's not normal.
Yeah.
And then they blink from light white to orange to reddish to yellow.
Rainbow color. Yeah.
And then some of them swing back around and they'll flash like it'll look like a 6-pointed star. Then they'll go back to an orb. Then they'll go back to big. So I'm just like, and then when I show, sometimes I can have somebody with me, and if they're not open to cognitive, they'll say, "Oh, that's a star," or "That's an airplane," or they'll try to identify with something that they can relate to. But I'm just like, So that's my experience, because I feel like we're creeping into that dimension right now, because if it's overlapping, the electric magnetic field is starting to open up, and if it starts at the either the equator or the north or south pole, it's going to engulf the planet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And this is it. That's why I said it's your floor this week, is that you have been seeing these just like I have been seeing this, and I have been seeing it from a child. And I remember my child was in Holland, and my son, he's old, but he was in Holland, and we were saying, and he said, "Mom, when you were a kid, were you seeing like, it looks like little orbs?" Oh, he was looking at my cards. He was in my office looking at, and he said, "Mom, I used to see this as a kid." And I said, "They were your guardian angels protecting you." Mm-hmm. So they're orbs, and a lot of kids have that, and that's when you know your child is a star seed or a multi-dimension. Right. It's because they keep on looking up, and they're looking up, and they're seeing orbs. Mm-hmm. So if your third eye is open and you're seeing beyond the veil of illusion, you mm-hmm. recognize. And I said, yes, those are orbs. And he said, "Mom, like when I want to sleep, I can turn on the ventilator and it's as if I've heard it before." Yeah, because you're from a solar system where that is where you were born. So let's mm-hmm. say that you were born on a ship. Right. You always have that a slight noise in the background, and that gives you peace. So you know that, you're not from, it's like people says, if I hug a tree cleanses your energy. And that's why a lot of people walk out mm-hmm. in parks and that sort of a thing, and people start laughing after people who hugs a tree. They're basically cleaning their energies and their auras. Exactly. And all you people are walking by. No, they are more connected with the heart, and they're cleansing their energies. And that's why a lot of people run through bushes, run right. through parks. It's because mm-hmm. Green. Being in a park is as if you come to calm. Being at a beach is as if you come to calm, because these are the way Mother Earth cleanse our energy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are energies, okay? Each and mm-hmm. every one of us, everything around us is energy, okay? Mm-hmm. Even solid form, it is still energy, okay? Mm-hmm. And whatever we recognize that we're all energies and we're all connected. Okay, so whatever we send out into the universe, you're connected to the universal energy, okay? So that's why dream boards work. Right. Because I come across a long time ago, I can't find it anymore. There was a dream board, a group of people who does a dream board, and mm-hmm. everything comes true. And I tried it, and it came true. I was like, super cool, because mm-hmm. it is a group of people that is sending out positivity for you in order for you to manifest your dream, okay? Right. So, and we're going to be having, especially this year, a whole lot of people are going to be awakened to their gifts, that they have gifts, so don't be crazy and don't think that, oh God, something is wrong with me. Oh, I don't want to say it. No, you are just being awakened to who you are. So, Zeke, so when you see these planes, because not a lot of people can see them, and the thing why Zeke can see it, ladies and gentlemen, is because he is a vegetarian. So if you're a vegetarian, you will be the veil of illusion is going to be much clearer. So, like civil servants, workers, like police who are vegetarian, they know when someone is lying quicker than another person, their partner who eats, who is not a vegetarian. Okay,
Right.
not everyone can be vegetarian, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
You have to look at your
Blood type.
your blood group. Okay, more A plus people are vegetarian because they don't have a sort of amino acid to break down. So if you're A plus, most A plus, but all people are always meat eating, protein. They need to eat a lot of meat, and a lot of people keep on following diets and following the flow. No, eat for your blood group is the best diet, and once you start to do that, you're just eating what your blood group can break down, ladies and gentlemen. So go check that out.
Right.
Zeke, what was the next topic?
So we touched the mentioned blood group. I wanted to touch the what is the ascension and what it means, like to like, because I believe some people are going to ascend and some people are going to descend. So I was just wanting to, like, I refer to evolution, but I believe it's a conscious choice. So I was wanting to get your opinion on ascension, or the word ascension, and what humanity is going through at this moment.
The word ascension is about ascending, going up. And it's about taking back the Christ light. Okay. Now, a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy about the Christ light. Is the Christ from the positive or the negative, that sort of a thing. But ascension is about elevating your consciousness and being awakened to who you are and the frequency of who you are in order to accelerate to a higher frequency, which awakens you, but intellectually stimulates you, and you elevate to a higher level of understanding.
Right.
Was
So
that too much?
no, that was big. That was perfect. That was very perfect. So descending would be the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Which
that is someone who is going back to the third dimension, who has not been aspired to change their ways, change their thoughts, change their deeds, is in love with the materialistic sense, is is only for greed, and it's like sex, love, and rock and roll. That you realize that that is where you want to be, so you get stuck, or you get fall back in the 3-dimension, because as you move out of the 3-dimension, is people who recognize that, hey, there is materialistic success and materialistic stability, but I have to balance it out to have peace of mind. I have to heal my heart chakras and all my energy points. It doesn't really matter what they're calling it. We all have energy points. So we need to heal all of those energy points in order, because the 4th dimension is as if you're getting out of the mud. It's as if there is a quicksand. Let's say there's quicksand. You fall into the quicksand. You're climbing out the quicksand. You finally got to the bank where you're dragging out your foot out of the quicksand. And let's say 3-dimension is the quicksand, okay? So you finally get out, you drag your last foot. You're so tired because you were fighting. Every time you were fighting, you were going down and down and down. And you drag yourself out. You're laying on the bank, and that is the 4-dimension. Now, you stand up, and in order to get to one place to another, you have to work through a whole lot of oppositions of imbalance, okay? So you're working through a lot of things, and a lot of starseed people at this moment is feeling it more than anyone else. And I want to say to you guys, don't give up, because I'm still here pushing it through. Don't give up, and trust me, I don't think you guys went through all that I've went through, but don't give up, ladies and gentlemen. Just don't give up, okay? And as we are in the fourth dimension, we get all of these things coming at us. Oh, then we have health issue. Then, and another thing that I should say to a lot of you is that stress, try to de-stress yourself. Okay, if someone or something is stressing you out, de-stress yourself. Okay, I have someone that has been annoyingly calling me. I just don't pick up the telephone anymore. I just think, you need to realize that your frequency's out. Okay, so I just don't pick up the telephone, so that doesn't stress me. So find ways to unstress yourself, because trust me, stress is a killer. And I gotta protect a lot of people who I can. Stress is a killer, ladies and gentlemen. And try to lemon and olive oil. It is now January. We need to start detoxing. Get detox tea. Get teas if you're not sleeping well. When we are stressed out and we're worried, we don't sleep well, and you need to find a way. Take garlic tablets. Whoever's having high blood pressure and that sort of a thing, it calms you down. Okay, eat a lot of tomato. I always drink tomato juice or the V8. That is also good, but some people can't have it because it has too much sodium.
Right.
So go back and start healthy things. And this is just so funny. We have Caribbean West Indies store, and they have some drink that I'm thinking, damn. The only thing that I've never tried is the peanut porridge or the peanut. I'm not doing this. Peanuts are peanuts. I'm going to have a pop. Sorry. But they have healthy things. And remember your green leafy vegetables. That is good. Women, you need to have a lot of iron. Make sure that your iron level is at 8.00. And ladies, you need to have a lot of iron, okay? Do you have anything on that, Zeke?
I guess this is a question. The fourth dimension, it has polarities, right?
Yeah,
Still
a lot
positive
of
and negative.
polarities, a lot of polarities. And this is when people are going to be recognizing the amount of polarities that is in the fourth dimension. Is as if things are going to be happening. Like once you give out karma, bam!
Come right back.
It comes right back.
Right.
If you give out good positive vibes, unexpectedly, like nice positive things comes back. So, it is it's super super that you have to be recognizing, where you are and where you're going to, and what is this air having to bring up for you is about you writing down things is very good. It's good to burn a white candle to bring peace of mind for yourself. That sort of a thing. It's about natural things. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's good to find out what is happening in your birth chart in this year, okay? That sort of a thing. Denise B, I love you so much. Thank you, my darling. All right. Yes, a lot of people, Archangel Michael is the protective angels, okay? And ask Archangel Michael to be with you. Angels are multi-dimension, so they can be with different people at different time. Also, when you have family member that passed away, they're also multi-dimension, so they can be with their wives or their husband, but they can also be with different people at the same time. Okay. All right, we have another message. Thank you. Why do you feel people are jealous? Because people are always jealous. Okay, if someone you got to understand, each and every one of us is not the same.
Right.
And most of the time people will send out negative energy towards other people. Okay, someone at your work might not like you because you dress well and you put yourself together. Someone at your work might not like you because you drive a nice car. Someone at your work might just not like you because they think that you think that you're better. So there is multiple things. And I think is that jealousy is the death of a lot of people, and they're not recognizing it. And that you need to let go. Denise, can you tell me why people are trying to stop my money flow and don't want me to be greater because of hate and jealousy. This is another thing that is coming back. And Denise, the thing about it is that there is just, even your family will do it to you. It's just something that I think is inhuman, because I think that each and every person receive luck. Okay, we all receive luck. If even you don't recognize it, we all receive luck. And what has transpired is that some people waste their time sitting, looking at everything that someone has and not creating for themselves. And this is exactly what is happening and transpiring. There's a lot of people that will try to connect with you, but for the wrong reason. People will realize that, so that one do good. And I always tell Frank the story of the barrel of crabs. Okay? And it is a thing, Denise, that you will all together with your friends and the rest of it, and you have a brilliant idea and you start working on it and you start progressing on it, and finally this brilliant idea is coming out, and Jesus, the rest of the crabs in the barrel, you're trying to climb out and pulling yourself up in order to help them to get out, but they're not realizing that you are basically helping them to get out, and they're pulling you back down. So yeah, this is the same thing that is going on with you, Denise, is that you have tried to create something for yourself and getting yourself up and trying to help the rest of the crabs in the barrel, but they're so hating on you, honey, and they're pulling you back down, and that's why they're blocking your flow of financial stability. And what you need to do is that break it yourself. Okay, I would say break it yourself. And what's her name? I Princess, can help you. She has the money oil, so check out I Princess website, and that helps. So she will, you can order the money oil. I don't know if you want to ask her to do it, but I would say to you, Denise, you can do it yourself. It's just one green candle. Okay,
Right.
one green candle. You write your name and you write down on a piece of paper whoever is blocking you, XXX, and you freeze that shit. Your money is gonna start flowing. People are just so evil.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't understand you and I, Frank, but Frank is like, we're spiritually connected. We're from the same soul family. So I can do things and he will know exactly what I'm, and and even when like we're talking to my partner and him and that sort of a thing, he knows exactly. So Denise, just listen to what I said. Write down whoever is blocking my financial flow, XXX, on a piece of paper, put and freeze that shit, and then you burn your green candle. Okay, people are dishonest. People needs to let everyone flow. If there was this negative group of people that is trying to stop another person, this world would be a beautiful place. And I'm going to get their secrets out and let you know how to work with it. All right, Denise? Two Feathers. Good morning, my darling. Good morning, Two Feathers. What did you bake? The homemade. I know. My homemade queen. Good morning, Two Feathers.
That's funny.
Oh, good morning, humanity. Oh, KGF. Isn't that beautiful? All right, Two Feathers. Would love your opinion on my homemade book. Talk to you soon. Love you. I did see your email. Send it over to me, and I'm gonna take a look at it. Okay, I did see your email, but I've been so busy. Really, it's just unbelievable. So send it over to me. I will take a good look, and then Frank and I will discuss it on this program. Because you don't want to come on the program, but I know your homemade book will do. Thank you anyway. Denise. You're welcome, Denise. So just go ahead, Denise, because some people, all right, magic is for everyone, okay? And there's different group, different section, different societies who knows about how to materialistic manifest, okay? So if you're not like a group and societies, certain societies know how to manifest states and how to get your and keep your energy and your money flowing. Okay. And a lot of people, if you're not connected to a group or a sector, you don't really know this. And people will recognize that that person will make it in life because they're really, business like, and they have good ideas and they create wealth for themselves. And you'll have these people just sit and hate on you. And I'm thinking, whoa, so I get my ideas and you're going to be copyrighting my information in order. I told you what they tried to do to Kathye Kaan. And I'm like, okay, I'm not having anything there with you. I just buy all the URL. There, we're off. Don't have a problem. Bye. And this is it. And I cannot understand that and not only me, but a lot of people, and I see this happen to a lot of people, where a lot of people copyright their business and trying to pretend, and I think each and every person comes up, and a lot of people, copy other people things. No, I sat down and I had a brilliant, I thought there has to be a way how I can raise the frequency, but also help people, because a lot of people are going through so much and it's not, and doesn't have anyone to talk to. And I live in a country where I recognize that, in Holland is different than America. And I recognize also with other family member that in our family, if we had a problem that we couldn't discuss with our mom, like my mom is just super thing there, but like my aunt, I could talk to her about everything. And my aunt, so but my mom, I had so much respect for my mom, and like with my aunt, like my aunt will just tell me shit about her friends, that sort of thing. But it is that you have this one person that you can lay down and tell about the heartbreaks, tell about, and like for many years I had a relationship and no one know, and everyone was always like, why aren't you gonna get married? Are you gay? Whatever. No, I'm not a hurtling, so I don't believe in the normal earthling traditions. And a lot of people have so many questions for themselves. Why don't I like this? Why don't I like that? Why don't I feel comfortable here? And that sort of a thing. And these are questions that a lot of people are bogged down and want to answers to, but is afraid. And this is it. You bring your freak to me. Trust me, there's nothing that is freak or whatever, because you will be amazed that there are people who have interrelationship with star seeds. I mean, with beams, and this is something that humanity isn't ready for to understand. Okay. All right, we're going to take a break and I'm going to look at the core of it, because I don't want to start my program with the core of it. I think that we're all having it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I want people to pray for England. England is having it really, really bad. Holland is a little bit different, where we have started a vaccination on the 6th, the same day that people do what they do in America. But our vaccination has started, so a lot of doctors and nurses in Holland have gotten the vaccination. All right. All I'm asking is that people be honest and let us know what is the effect that we're having from this vaccination, so that people who are going to be receiving it can be aware. That's all I'm asking. And I think that is all what people wants to know, what is the effect, because we're not all the same. And what blood type is being affected, and what is the symptom from the affected from which blood type. I think that would be good for humanity, in order to give people a little inner peace. For the ones who want to take the vaccine, the ones who doesn't want to take the vaccine, it's up to you. Okay. That was what I was talking about, the blue pill and the green pill. You make your own decisions. Okay. But for people who travel for work, travel for jobs, travel to visit families, it is going to be wise to take the vaccine. My only question is that why is it only for 3 months? I just don't understand that, because we have 12 months in a year. And if it's only for 3 months, then apparently every 3 months we have to be vaccinated. It's just my question. If any doctors, anyone out there who is aware, just give us, let people know why is it only valid for 3 months. If you are vaccinated, there is 2 different types of vaccination. If you get the first one from Pfizer, take the second one from Pfizer. Okay, don't get them mixed up, because we're not really sure what is going on. All right, for the people who are going to be taking it, I am disclaiming this. I am not telling anyone to take it. It's up to you. Okay, the green pill is about taking it. The blue pill is about not taking it. So it's up to you. You make your decision. Okay. I just think that we need to be healthy. We need to make the right decision, and we need to protect our fellow humans. Okay. Zeke.
Oh man, I don't know. I
No. Just.
I'm just saying, like, my next topic. I wanted to talk about some of the gifts that you mentioned. Like, is it gonna be like clairvoyant, clairaudience, clairknowing, telepathic?
Yeah.
And
we have telepathic.
Yeah.
We have telepathic. My son and I have telepathic. My mother and I had telepathic. So I do communicate telepathic. And I recognize that, like, lower energy people, when they want to connect with you, but you just have to block them. Okay. You got to block them. And I would advise people to get a dream book. Okay. They're at Barnes and Noble. Get a dream book. There's different types of dream books. Get a dream books, because you will get dreams. Okay. So all right. So I was going through a simulation, and what we call a simulation is that like star seeds and multi-dimension work in different dimension. Okay. So you got a dream too.
Yeah.
You got a dream. So what we do in our sleep time, and if you want to know, what decision to make, ladies and gentlemen, stop being worried. And before you go to bed, you think about this and ask your higher self to help you to make the right decision. When you get up in the morning, you will know what to do. Okay. Sometimes people will get that in the morning. Sometimes people will get it 4 days later. Okay. It's always 4 days later. All right. And next thing. So, what is going to be happening to a lot of 5-dimensional people, 4 or 5-dimensional people, starseed and multi-dimension people at this time? What is going to be happening is that you're going to be finding yourself in simulation. Okay. And what we call simulation is that you're seeing your future in a dream time. Okay. And and you recognize that. So what will happen is that you're dreaming that you are somewhere else, but it can be on this planet or somewhere else. A lot of you are going to be freaking out, where you could be going home, or you could be working on dimensionals. Okay. So you will recognize that you go someplace, you're someone totally different, maybe a different career or so, but you end up working with multi-dimension race, because what is going to be happening is the root race is going to be coming in, and the what was that now? The really tall people, they're both humans and starseed. What did we call them?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I mean, except like you're talking about the Anunnaki or
No. There
no.
is going to be oh my God, we were talking about it, and you told me the name.
Yeah.
All right. So in the future, ladies and gentlemen, there is going to be. It's not clowning. It's not really clowning. It's going to be like a new race
Mm.
that is human and or Borg.
Borg.
Oh, what was that? We were talking about it.
I know
So
why I can't get it. I don't
yeah, and we can't remember.
know.
So, but they look as like us, but they have other gift, and that's
Mm-hmm. No, I was thinking, but I'm trying to follow you, so I was like,
yeah. So anyway, so they're going to be huge, 6 foot, that sort of it. But they're humans, but they're humanoids. Let's say
humanoid.
humanoids,
Okay.
humanoids. So it's a new
Humanoid.
race that is going to be coming in. So if you are working in civil servants and that sort of a thing, like your investigator and that sort of a thing, they're going to be protecting you. Okay.
Mm.
So there in every team, there's not going to be in civil servants two persons walking or two police patrolling. It's going to be like 4 people in a team.
Mm.
Because there's going to be multi-dimensional beams that is going to be coming in on the planet, and there has to be some sort of a control. So a
Right.
lot of people are not aware of what is happening and what is going to be happening. They are already been here ever since this planet was created. We have the white ants and we have the white brotherhood. The white brotherhoods are the one from the spiritual point of view who protects this planet. Okay, nothing can go through without them giving a yes. Okay, so it's the
Mm-hmm.
white brotherhood. Okay, and it's 12 group of highly spiritual being from other solar system that is here to keep a network to
Mm-hmm.
protect the hurt. Okay, and this is the reason, because right now we're actually creating history on this earth, because we need to get everyone in a fifth dimension. Okay, and if you choose to stay in the third dimension, you are going to be basically treated as a slave. Okay, so you enslave yourself. So you choose to not open up to higher frequency, higher knowledge. You choose not to, like change your perspective of opening your heart to love, that sort of a thing. You get left on the 3 dimension. Okay. So
Mm.
that's why we're, from 2012, we have been in the fourth dimension. A lot of people are saying, oh, yeah, 2020, we are in. No, no, no. From 2012, we are in the fourth dimension. From the Twin Tower, the fall of the Twin Tower, we have been categorizing in the fourth dimension. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
America have made their decision for the choices that they have made. So the rest of the world have to basically accept the choices that they make, because they were supposed to be changing. They have made the choice that they have made. So from 2012, we have been in the fourth dimension, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the reason why, if you recognize from 2012 what has been happening in your life, what has been affecting your life, you will recognize that you already was in the fourth dimension.
Yep. Didn't know it. Isn't the fourth dimension a transitional
Yeah,
for fifth dimensional people?
yeah.
But at the same time, the people that choose to go into the fourth dimension, they might get stuck there, but they might not want to evolve higher. They might. I'm trying to look for the best word. They might become comfortable, or I don't know what the right word is, but they might get there and be like, this is how far I want to go for as a soul journey.
Yeah. Like a lot of people who are dying now from
Yeah.
the COVID, because you don't have to die from the COVID virus, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. You don't have to get it, and you don't have to die from it.
Right.
It is who you are as a person and how you perceive something. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you're worried, and I don't want to get it, that is what you're pulling in. Okay. If you're just, hey, no, and just wearing your mask, doing your thing, no, okay. But some people, in order to make the shift, some people frequency and energy was not high enough in order to accelerate to go to the fifth dimension. And this is why they're stepping off the planet at this moment, but they're going to be coming back in the spirit world in
Right.
order to help you guys and to give you guys information to awaken you. And a lot of people by end of 2021 is going to be a huge shift, is going to be accelerating to the fifth dimension. So people passing away at this moment is basically relieving to bring their family in the new dimension. Okay. So one person in your family could have chosen, okay, I'm going to be taking the shift and crossing over in order for me to help my family to accelerate. Okay. So that is something that could that is going to be happening. Okay. So be aware of this. A lot of gifts is going to be coming up, and the gifts that we speak about is not the only gifts, because
Right.
some people are going to be you could be
Right.
rubbing your hand like this together and you feel it's hot and you start to look and you're seeing fire and you're going to be freaking out. No, don't be freak out. That is your gift. Okay.
Right.
A lot of people could be looking at something and thinking about the thing, like you're looking at a book and said, I need to have that book, and the book come and drop in front of you. Don't be freaked out. It's just your powers and your gifts. Okay. What I'm advising people to do is not to go in these group and
Right.
for people to use you, because what is going to be transpiring is that certain groups of people are going to want to collect you guys and use you to do the wrong things. You make your choice, okay? Because your gift is supposed to be used to help humanity, okay?
Right.
So you are the one who's going to be making your choice, and you make your own decision what you need to do. Zeke, do you have anything on that?
It sounds like the X-Men movie.
No, seriously, when the X-Men movie came out, I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
At least the white hat has been showing people what is going to be happening.
Right.
So I was happy when X-Men came out, because a lot of people are not understanding that they have been giving us and letting us know what was going on, but people were not aware. And I think if you go back and watch Matrix, the beginning, the first thing of Matrix, you're going to be understand. Oh, there's my little Dubai friend. Hey, love from Dubai, sending you love back. Hi, thank you for coming. Your antibody should be able to build up by then. So much mix-up information about this. Yes. Two feathers. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, two feathers have a really, really good thing. And I was talking to my cousin in England, and ladies and gentlemen, please pray for England. We got the news that 1 out of don't quote me on this, I got it from the news. Okay, 1 out of 5 people are having the COVID in London, and in the whole of England, 1 out of 20 people are having the COVID. Okay, so you got to be aware of how bad it is in England. Now, I'm sure you guys are very sorry that you left the European Union. We could help you out. Anyway, England have the most vaccinated people. They have vaccinated over 3 million. So they have been going on with the vaccination. The hospitals are full there. If you're traveling to England, you have to be very aware of what is happening. I am not sure if flights, and I think that Europe, the mainland Europe, because Europe, England is over the pond. Okay, it is in the continent of Europe, and I need to educate people. Like when Holland. Oh, Holland. Where's Holland? It's Holland. It's the Netherlands. It's actually the name is the Netherlands, but it's Holland. Okay, so it has two names, but it's the same place. Okay, Holland. Where's Holland? So like Kent and whatever. So we are on the mainland of Europe. England is over the pond where there is England, Ireland, and Scotland. Okay, and then when we come to mainland Europe, we have Holland, Belgium, France, Germany. Then going back, we have Italy, Zurich, Austria. Then we have Trio, and we have Luxembourg. No, Luxembourg, not Trio. Trio is in Germany. So, and Switzerland, and then Italy, and then going up. Okay. So what you should understand is that we, anything that comes from England comes to Amsterdam. Okay. Most of the time. So that's why Holland is getting a hit, because Amsterdam is the airport in Holland. So when you hear of Amsterdam, that is the Netherlands. Okay. And we have Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Den Haag, and Utrecht. Those are the main cities and that sort of a thing. So in Holland, we're still having it because of the new strain that came in. But what I should say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I was talking to my cousin, and I remember February of last year, I was sick. I couldn't breathe. I felt as if all of a sudden I was a whole person, and I was like, what is going on with me? And we weren't on shutdown. That was like in February. I went to the other city, and I parked in my parking garage, and I walked upstairs, and I was tired. I was like a week or 3 weeks. And that was the virus. I had the virus, but not recognizing it. And all I did, I just, and then I never sick. I wasn't sick. I didn't have the cold. It was the virus. So that was when my cousin, I was recognizing it. I was saying, Will. And then after my partner get very, very sick, extremely sick. When the COVID shut down, my partner just becomes very, 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 very sick. And that was the COVID, because it was coming on before the COVID, because he was sick. The Friday he was sick, he didn't went to work, and then the next Monday, the shutdown of the COVID. So I think it has to do with your antibody, okay? And there is a lot that is going on, and I think the healthier your immune system is, that is how you can create more antibody in order to break down this COVID virus. Okay. So, and I remember I felt like a whole lady, and I'm like, Scott, I'm like, honey, this is not normal. I don't know why. I felt really, and it was like January, February. And I had that like for 4 to 6 weeks, January, February. I was like, I was tired, and I was going up the stairs, because we have a lot of stairs in Holland, because everything is, and I was going up the stairs. I was like, honey, I was like tired, just getting from out my bedroom, going on the second floor. So, I was talking to my cousin in England, and she said, that sounds like the COVID. So her best friend had the COVID, and she went to the hospital, and she's out. So thank God, a lot of things. So people stop saying that Black people is dying for the COVID virus. It's not true. The COVID virus was not made for a specific group of people. We need to stop this thing about everything is Black. Oh, they're killing the Black. Oh, Black life. Jesus. Nobody is going on. Oh, Caucasian. They're killing the Caucasian. Oh, they're killing the Spaniards. Oh, they're killing people. Get a life. Okay. That is one of the things that we need to end. This stupidity about Black life. Oh, they made the virus for kill Black people. Oh, they made people, please. It is affecting, Holland, it is affecting, there's so much white people who died in Europe. It's affecting all of us. Please, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta grow up and let this black thing go, okay? And black people were all the one who were slave, Chinese, Moroccans. I mean, a lot of people. So start educating yourself. And I'm not anti-black because I'm black, but we can't keep on thinking about people are just killing off black people because you saying black people are selling yourself out. Okay, bye. Okay, let's move on. I woke up this morning researching this and about starseed and the fifth dimension. It's most difficult defensive something to this. I am a Libran, October 21st, and I'm a clairvoyance and have ESP. I keep myself to myself. Girlfriend, we have another Libran right here. Okay, all right, Queenie. All right. It's only normal. I think Zeke can help you with this one.
So what was the question? She woke up and was
Yeah, she's a Libran. And she was born the 21st of October and is a clairvoyant and have ESPN. And she's psychic.
Right. So I'm going through the similar things that I have clairvoyancy. I don't have ESPN, but I am clearing out my environment. So with that being said, I'm removing old things that can no longer resonate with me and the direction that I'm going in my life and the paths. So, I have to give certain space to family members, friends. I have to be very cognitive of my environment and my and it just went in the direction because I'm so sensitive to people's thoughts and their projections and their energy that I tend to absorb it and I have to deal with it and transmute it and work it through. And it wasn't even my emotions or feelings. So I definitely resonate with her. I would just say that she should be very cognitive and just work through what she's going through just go with the flow. Usually Libras are very diplomatic. They can go with the flow. They can adjust. So long as she goes with the flow and adjust and just take time to herself. We need time to depress, analyze, some of the things we've been through, some of the situations we experienced. But as long as she give herself, time to just, let all the energies out and meditate, clear her thoughts out, she'll be great. She'll actually be a whole lot better.
Yeah. I really love Librans. My cousin is a Libran. My girlfriend who just called me is a Libran. And you're going through and my girlfriend was expressing something to me in the week, and there's nothing wrong with that. All Librans, I think all Librans, their psychic is so high, they feel people before you're even there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay, keep by yourself. There's nothing, because you're really a star seed. You are really a star seed, and just keep by yourself. Sometimes it's better to keep by yourself, to be honest. So, since I was 5, I've got these gifts. Yes, I recognize my gifts at 5. So you're a star seed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I was 5, I recognized my gifts. So yes, you are a star seed. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting. Thank you so much. You're a star seed. Just, take it Nashville, Tennessee. Oh my God. No, I've had fun time in Nashville, Tennessee. I love the food. Okay. So, we have Orlando, Florida. Okay. Empress 1000. Thank you for being here. I want to send a lot of love. Trust me, Orlando, Florida, because my parents live there, and I think one of the best place with a family is Orlando, Florida. And there's a lot of jobs opportunities in Orlando, Florida because of Disney and SeaWorld and that sort of a thing. I personally, it's one of my favorite places. I love Orlando. I think, so I hope you guys are doing well in Orlando, and, stay safe, everyone. Then, Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're so
Mm-hmm.
welcome. So, a lot of Librans, and I'm going to go through next week or week after because we need to take break.
Mm-hmm.
The other week, we are going to be looking at all zodiac sign and really looking at what is going to be affecting them in this year. I know that a lot of people, especially psychic people and that sort of a thing, your intuition, whether you're a psychic medium or whatever, your intuition is going to be very, very high. Okay,
Right.
extremely high. So
Mm-hmm.
be aware of this, and I want a lot of people to recognize that it's not going to be easy seeing your loved one pass away. I
Right.
mean, I was so worried about my girlfriend friend in England, and she came out of the hospital. She had sugar and asthma, so she was diabetic and she has asthma, and she came out of the hospital.
Mm.
So she was tested positive for COVID, but thank God. So congratulations, Don, and I'm so happy that you're out, because I was very worried at my cousin also. So, ladies and gentlemen, you just have to just think about rebuilding your immune system. Okay.
Right. Right.
A lot of people think that I am connected with eat for your blood type. No, and I think what happened, how I got to my cousin. She's a nurse, but she's also in health, and she was the one who advised me, and I trust me. I start eating for that. I lost weight. My weight was stable because I
Mm-hmm.
was eating the things for my blood type. But I gained 30 pounds since the lockdown. But I love Oreos, and my girlfriend and I, we went to the before the last lockdown, and
Mm-hmm.
we got Oreos from the pharmacy. It had Oreos, and it was like all of these, and it was like heavy cream to oh
Mm-hmm.
my god. So I was in bed eating Oreos, so that was not very good. Let's go to questions. Okay, yes, all right. Two feathers. So thanks again, Orlando. I just, everyone, even my friends from Holland, they love Orlando because they love when they came over with my parents, and they love Orlando because they're always there. All right, two feathers. The problem is the 10 different companies made the vaccine. If three chemical analyze the ingredient, each one, the ratios will be the difference. Yeah, that is true. All right. I love two feathers. All right. So this is what I was saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is going to be taking the vaccination, make sure the first vaccination that you take it from the same, so if it's Pfizer or whoever they are, the first vaccination always or ask um which producent is the first vaccination, and you take the second vaccination from the same one. Don't go mixing them up, okay? Because again, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know what's in it, okay? So we are just going to be using, if it's Pfizer, whoever the other people are, that you take the second vaccination from the same people, then we won't have any problem. And I'm really, really asking for everyone who is worried and that sort of a thing, just to make people understand what is the effect,
Mm-hmm.
the side effect,
Mm-hmm.
what is the side effect of the vaccination, who or and what each blood group is to expect from the side effect, because with everything you have side effect, okay? Because we are not the same, okay? We can have the same blood group, but something that I eat might affect you, Zeke. So
Mm-hmm.
we just want to know the effect, and which blood group have what effect. That's all I'm asking, ladies and gents, but nothing else. And I'm sure humanity wants to know that. Zeke.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm still on the fence for is what I'm going to do, but I definitely agree.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone is
but
on the fence, and this is why
yeah,
we have these programs, because
right.
I don't, there was someone there, yeah, and all the people that want to take the vaccine and it's gonna shut down this and it's shut down that and it's shut down. No, it can. The
Yes.
possibility does exist, but
Right.
I'm not here to say not to take it, and I'm not
Right.
here
Right.
to say take it. I'm just
Exactly.
here to give you the facts.
Right.
Okay, and I'm here to tell people whoever is going to be deciding to travel, it is going to be good if you take it. The more
Mm-hmm.
people who take the vaccine is the much better that we can all get out of this lockdown. Okay,
Right. Right.
I was listening to, because I had to go to the doctor in a week, and I was listening to a program. And, it was so good what Indonesia is doing. I don't know if a lot of people are recognizing what Indonesia is doing is that they are vaccinating people between the ages of 18 and 59. I think that was so brilliant. I was listening because I was a little bit early and the hospital didn't open until 9 o'clock. And I
Mm-hmm.
was listening. I was like, hey, that is brilliant. No one came up with that idea.
Mm-hmm.
So they are vaccinating people between the age of 18 and 59 in order for them to go back to work and build the economy. And listen, that is one of the most brilliant ideas I've ever I agree
Right.
totally, because these are the people who are healthier and who can build the economy back, or your country economy. And I
Mm-hmm.
do understand. So, it is it's not very easy. It's not
Right.
very easy. And I
Right.
think a lot of people are not aware of this, but our president, I have great respect for our president, that is the Dutch president. He's young but very, very smart, and I think it's one of the best presidents we have had in a very long time, because for a young person like that, in order to balance out what is going on in our small country, I really have respect for him. And we all have to realize that people in power at this moment, the politician, I'm not talking about the people with the power with the ego. I'm talking about our presidents and our cabinets and that sort of a thing. Because it's not very easy, because I can be listening to, like we have a television station that we can listen to the member in the cabinet. So,
Mm-hmm.
and Dutch people are very smart. Okay, Dutch people are extremely smart or extremely dumb. No, in the sense that, no, because some people can be smart, but they're
Right.
extremely. You have never ever met a dumb Dutch person. They're
Right.
extremely smart, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people is not aware that Holland had New York. Okay, Holland, the
Mm-hmm.
Netherlands, is who built the Wall Street. Okay, a lot of people is not understanding. Wall Street began in Ghent, Antwerp, in Belgium. And it
Mm-hmm.
was the Dutch. And this is why the Dutch education system is so high, is because their way of putting a program together and giving you a study is much, much better than the American system, because the American give you a lot of information, while the Dutch break it down and formulate it. So when you're smart, and this is why Dutch people are so smart, and this is why Dutch people are very educated, and when they're smart, they're extremely, extremely smart. And why I got to this is because seeing the age of our prime, I don't think he's as old as I am, but the way that he has um, basically, really work with the people in order to balance this situation. I'm proud to be an American, and I'm proud to be a Dutch person, because a lot of people are not understanding when you're in a small country, so much people, less hospital and that sort of a thing, and he's regulating it, and less of us would have would have not have the virus. But we are people, we're liberal, and we're always outside on the back, but I think it is getting much better. You know, we have lost a lot of lives here. So, you know, it's not, I mean, every European country has felt it. And I mean, Italy was the most beaten one. Now we are having horrible snow in Spain, which doesn't really happen. So if you recognize all that is happening, is that the hurt is changing, the frequency of the hurt is changing. So much snow. So you know, people pray for the people in England, pray for the people in Spain, because they're having a lot of snow, which is unbelievable at this time in Spain. Okay. All right. So we're moving to another question. Before the COVID, my daughter died. Ooh, really? Because apparently she could have already had it and people were not aware of this. Oh my God, my condolence.
Yeah,
but her spirit is around you, and that is so beautiful. My my condolence. She just came for a short time, okay? It was about healing the heart chakra, and she came for a short time. And these are the star seed who's going to be coming back to help you. She's around you, you know, and this is it, because you know she wants to help you to you know, heal the grief, but it's as if it was just a short time for her, and she came to experience things in her timeline, okay? And she's going to come back, so you guys will meet again, because it's as if you're going to be reconnecting. All right. Wow, it's hard when you lose a child. A lot of people are not understanding that. Vitamin D and the sun. God gives the answer. Okay. All right. No, but coming back at vitamin D, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to have vitamin D. Do not, you know, it is much better to take vitamin D in foods. Okay. So that is a good, that is good. Africa has their own vaccine outside of America. Africa? Oh, okay. All right. I'm not aware of that. So thanks for that information.
That's a deep statement. I like it.
Where you want to go?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
No.
Namaste.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna lay this to rest for a lot of people, and I think that I'm going to lay this to rest for a whole lot of people. And this is a question. I hope no one takes the vaccine. God save us from the evil who control the government. All right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, in everything there is light and darkness. Okay. So, you know, whoever we want to blame at this time, because a lot of people are bringing blames and a lot of things. And I'm saying to you, I want to ask you a question and answer my question. Why do you think the governments are evil? You know, I just want to ask you that question, because everyone is evil. You are evil. I am evil. There is a line between light and darkness. Okay. And, you know, that's a huge statement that you're going to be saying that the governments are evil. The governments are not evil. Okay. It is a situation where they have to make a decision for their countries. I don't see anything that is evil in that. When you are going to be getting to the part, I think that what Hitler did was evil. Okay, I think that was the most evilest person that walked the face of this earth. That is evil. Okay, that is about killing off all the handicapped people, all the old people, and all people that didn't have blue eyes and blonde hair. That is evil. Okay. So, when you are, getting at the point at saying all governments or even that sort of a thing, that is a powerful statement that you're making. And I would say to you, I feel a lot of self-blame, is coming from you. We can't do anything about this, okay? I'm upset and I'm mad about things that happens, but I can't do anything if I don't work to change a system. I can still stand and said, what they did was evil and blah blah blah. But if I'm not working to change the system and to create balance in a system that is out of hand, then I cannot just get up and say that. I have to be doing something. If I know that something is not right, or some discipline, or there's a breakdown in a system of a corporation, I am going to be the one, because I'm ruled by divine justice. And this is why I do what I do. I'm ruled by divine justice. So I cannot, if even I want to break the rules or whatever, it's going to kill me. So what I'm saying to you, I know you have a lot of animosity. You're feeling, just upset about what has happened and upset about what has transpired. But you have to understand that the frequency of the planet is changing. And listen to me, the same people who were supposed to protect you from 2011, this should have been transpired so that this doesn't happen to humanity. And the same evil people was the one who caused that huge explosion in America. So who is evil? The governments are evil, or the people who are playing this game? And I know you're upset, and I know humanity is upset, but it is time that we're not being upset anymore, but we try to work together in order to create discipline and bring back balance to humanity, or else we're going to be in a shutdown for the rest of our life. Choose. You want to be in a shutdown for the rest of your life, or you want to do something to, create a stability so that normality can come back. I can stay here and you can stay there blaming the government. I can't blame anyone, except that in the first place, we should have been told what was going to be happen. It didn't happen because people created a chaos in 2011 so that humanity did not get to find out what was happening. So I understand you need to blame someone, but you have to really, really go back and try to figure out why weren't we aware of what was going to be coming up, okay? So it is your opinion. I am glad, thanks for being here. I do feel it is hard for a lot of people to understand, because a lot of people are throwing the blame, but not all the governments are supposed to be blamed. There are higher power and higher evil that is supposed to be blamed, okay? So I'm wishing you all the best, my darling. Zeke. You're speechless, Zeke.
Yeah, Kat got my tongue on that
one. Two Feathers said she's holding it today, Zeke. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Peaches. Oh no. Oh, Peaches. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do understand that a lot of people are blaming the governments, but what did you expect the governments to do? All the governments are trying to do is to protect you. Okay. Are they doing it for out of own self? I don't know. But all I can say is that they are trying to protect you, because this planet is shifting, ladies and gentlemen. People all over this galaxy, we are not alone on this planet. Okay. There is, I high frequency beam and star seeds that is here. A lot of you who are star seeds, I'm sure you have been seeing, what is going on and what is transpiring. And let's be aware of this is that in each and every one of us, there is dark and light. We cannot blame a group of people for whatever that is going on, okay? Because this shift should have made from 2011, and other group of people that should decided not to make the shift. I think it was better for you to ask about where the gold is for America, okay? All the gold that was stolen, on 2011.
Yeah.
A lot went on, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of people are not aware of. Where is our gold? Where's the gold? Yeah, United States gold. Where is it? We need to find the gold, okay? So that is things that we need to really be talking about, because 2011, with what happened in September in 2011, that is where we need to go back and recognize and start asking where the goal is. Because when that was going on, the gold was stolen. That is what we need to go find out, where the gold is, okay? So I am not here, and I will never blame a group of governments, because at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, you're not aware what is transpiring, okay? Because if I tell you the truth about what this virus is and what is happening, you people you will sit here and don't do anything for the rest of the day. But I'm not here, and I'm not going to tell you. But follow and listen to what the governments are saying, okay? I think that we cannot blame the governments for this. There is another group of people that we need to blame, okay? So whether you're blue or green, you got to make the choices. I can't make it. You can make it. And as I said, if I take the vaccination and I die, it's just my time. I got to cross over. Bye. I help you from over the other side. But yeah, this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot make the blame and shift the blame on the governments. The governments is not all governments is not evil, and it's not all behind this, okay? And I'm speaking from a place where I know that not all governments are evil, okay? So Ziki. Okay, so Zeke, the fifth dimension. What do you expect to do in the fifth dimension? Hi, Dorothy. Zeke?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. I'm under the impression that I'm going to be meeting my guides and angels or ascended masters. I'm going to be being taught. Maybe I go on a mission.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure yet, but I mean, I want to do something more expansive than have to fight to survive in a third dimensional reality, have to go to work, have to pay bills. I want to, I like attaching myself to projects. So hopefully I'll be doing, project type of missions. That's what, something that, I can be proud of. So.
All right. Okay. Dorothy, thank you so much, Dorothy. I can't tell you who Dorothy is, but sometimes you get some messages and you know who these people are. Now, Dorothy, what you said is true. And I want to thank Dorothy so much for saying this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the government of ourselves. This is just so true, Dorothy. This is just so powerful. She says we are the government and have to demand for changes. And that is true, ladies and gentlemen. That is all we need to do. We are the government and we need to demand for changes, okay? And this is what I'm saying to a lot of people. Instead of protesting, you need to write a petition. All you need is 3,200 people. All right? You need to ask for change. And if you feel as if there isn't changes, there is no changes, you need to really stand and start. You don't have to protest, ladies and gentlemen. Fighting doesn't heal and create chaos, okay? There are certain groups of people on this planet that like chaos. You have to realize that it is not chaos. You just have to find a way by writing a petition, asking 3,200 people, and demand change. Okay, I live in a country where I recognize, we call it clacker. Yeah, and when you learn Dutch, you recognize the word clacker, that iedereen clack. And what that does mean is that we talk. If we feel as if something is, we need changes, they talk about it. They constantly talk about it. And then the commenter, the city or the government will look at it. And this is why I constantly say Canada and Holland kind of have some sort of but Canada and Holland have the same sort of how should I say, like the demerit of governments, okay? How it is. And in Holland, you say, oh, the clacker so fell. Yeah, but clacker, speaking about a subject, finally they will clear it. If you look at our infrastructure in Holland, is that we, as Dutch citizens, we are going to talk about something. If the road is not, we will dig up a road if the water is not, so our infrastructure is very good, and people just talk and changes happen. If you sit and not speak and do not ask for changing, it will not happen. It's the way you ask for changes, okay? So a lot of people think that demonstration is the best thing. No, it's not. It just makes you be weak, okay? You got to be very diplomatic enough to find a way and ask for changes. And changes will come. So Dorothy, I really love this. Really, whenever things are back, I'm really going to be getting you out there, Dorothy. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Two feathers. When people are screaming, they need to blame. No, not all the time, Dorothy, because sometimes I need to get my point across. Okay, and this is what I was saying to Zeke. I don't know who the person is, but I realize that the person is mentally unstable and their frequency is a little bit off, and they'll call my phone, and I used to answer it, and then I think, I'm stressing myself, bringing up my blood pressure for, someone who is really off. So, toodaloo. Hi. and yours, she said, when people are screaming, they need to blame. Yeah, a lot of people need to blame someone at this moment and something. And I am saying, instead of blaming someone, try to resolve the situation. That's all I'm saying. Let's try and work together and resolve the situation. Not only the goal, but when we cashed out our birth certificate and the social red, girl, tell them, okay? How you find out how much you are worth. No, but it's true. Indeed. It is true, ladies and gentlemen. It is true. So here we are blaming the government, but, really go back and think about it, ladies and gentlemen. We do want to place the blame on someone, someplace, something, but we can't blame anyone for anything. And if we see that there is a problem, I mean, I don't know who was that person. Apparently that was what I was supposed to do. That got me involved in identity theft. And I start to make changes by taking my time out, ladies and gentlemen, and investigating how could this be going on this God's earth. Okay. So I was affected by a situation. My family was affected by a situation, and I took the time off to investigate a situation. So instead of I am complaining, and I think that identity theft is the most important thing, because someone is affecting your position, because that's your name, that's your identity, and for someone else to be using your name and your identity, that's not right. Okay, I don't care what people say. I'm no twin, I'm an only child. I don't need you to be using my name when I'm not in a country. Okay, and that's how I feel, and I have a strong point about this, and I'm always someone who have a strong points about things. And I think that identity theft is wrong. And I think that people must stop this. And I think that there must be a better system that is going to be coming in for people, because government are, this is a waste of time for government, because there's much more things about kids and social contact that governments need to work on in their country, instead of governments are wasting their time to look at identity theft, because identity theft should not have been gone. How could this have happened? So what I did is take my time out and try to resolve it and let the authority be aware of what has been happening and transpiring. And that is what you can do, ladies and gentlemen, in order to alert people and situation as to what has been transpiring. So, and this is a good thing, because a lot of people were not even aware about the birth certificate, which I don't even talk about. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if I should tell you the truth, oh my gosh, I think a lot of you would think, why am I, you need to start create changes, okay? So, to let people know, on 9/11, it wasn't only the gold that was stolen, but a lot of people could cash out on their birth certificate, especially if you were born in the United States of America. You could have cashed out on your birth certificate. And this is it. I mean, if I knew, I would have let other people cash out on their birth certificate. But it's afterwards that the whole thing, because I was in panic. I couldn't connect with my mom. I was in Europe. I couldn't call America. So I was in panic. And it's afterwards we kind of recognized, that's when they stole the gold. And a lot of people Americans could have cashed out on their birth certificate, and, and the your social security number that was also stolen. That sort of a situation. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can blame the governments, but you need to find out who did a 9/11 and blame those, because they are the one. Okay, Dorothy, I will try to get a project off the ground. Please do, Dorothy. And if you would like to join us, Dorothy, I'd love to have you, because I think people really need to start standing up, because all we can do is send the email or ask people to go to a website and sign to get changes done. So, Dorothy, I know you're good at this. Please do. Dorothy, whenever it's finished, let us discuss it on the program. Thanks, Dorothy. Thank you so much. Two feathers. No, not you. Blame the government. Oh my God. Two feathers. Are you okay, honey? All right. She's so super cool. The government needs to act the best way they know. Exactly. Thank you. They need to act the best way they know, and they need to protect their people at the same time. All right. So yes. Yes, investigate my own. Yes, yeah. No, but that's it. This is another person that is having identity theft. And ladies and gentlemen, sorry, and just drop in when you want to drop in Ezekiel. And this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been really thinking about this, how and who and how identity theft can be created. And I've been in Florida and I've seen it, because I've been in Orlando for a very long time. And every time I've been traveling for 20 years, going back and forth every year to America. And I'm recognizing and I'm going back to look and because my parents always teach me about identity theft. That was the first thing. Always teach me about identity theft. You always need to protect yourself from identity theft, okay? So, like everything was under my mom name and that sort of a thing. Don't use your name. A lot of people use their kid's name to get a credit card and to get a this and get that. By the time the kid is older, the kid credit score and that sort of a thing is over. Number one, I think that the credit score should be released. Okay, because that is only censoring and putting people in a doom state. Okay, I've traveled the world and I've studied and investigate the economy of different world. we do not have a credit score in Europe. I think England is the only one that has a credit score. And I think that, in order to balance out whatever is transpiring, I think Europe is a very good advantage in the sense that Europeans, Silicon Valley is in America, but it's like Silicon Valley is in Europe, to be honest. And I think that there is just so much. We need to start protecting people identity, okay? And the only way we can do that is by blocking out and taking down all the loopholes that people have been using. Number one, we always like say, oh, we are 60 million people and 1 million is illegal, okay? And that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to recognize that the world is changing. People are leaving undeveloping countries, getting into your countries, and how can your identity be stolen? These are the ways that you're going to be looking in order to protect your identity, okay? LifeLock, ladies and gentlemen. Use LifeLock. LifeLock is good. That is it. I think the dark web should be shut down, okay? And I really don't care. Come after my eyes again, so be it. The dark web needs to shut down. People need to stop selling illegal things on the dark web. So shut me down again. Get to my eyes again. But I promise you this time it's not going to work, okay? And the dark web needs to be shut down, and these websites that is sending illegal things needs to be shut down, and people identity needs to be protected much better. We need to meet. Okay, sure, honey. Definitely. Okay. And someone stole my identity. See, I told you. Unemployment, and they're taking unemployment and this sort of a thing. And how, ladies and gentlemen, let's figure this out together. How that could be happening. Number one, when you are moving from one place, one house, one state to another, go online, use United States Postal Service, USPS.com, and go there and make sure that your information, you're leaving one address to another address. That is what a lot of people were using paper and was writing on this paper. And to God, I always have thought that civil service, these are people who protect us. So they can't protect us all the time. So I'm explaining to you, if you're moving from one house to another house, you go online. Do not do this, because manually is when your information is dropped out or someone else can take your information. Go manually online, and set it up yourself. Make sure you have an email, and again, close your apps when you're not using them on the telephone. All right. Do not go open up every little junk that you get. Oh, you should see this. Do you know what's behind it? Someone set a spyware to spy in your telephone. Okay. These are criminal times, ladies and gentlemen. And there's more criminal. The amount of people that has been advising me and letting me know that their identity was stolen. How is this? You need to go back and retrack what has transpired. The last address. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, in order to stop this identity theft, go on UnitedPostalService.com and go in, you create your account, and you are going to be setting up your account, and it's going to say your last address and where you move from the last address to the address that you are, and all the address therefore, and make sure that it is safe. You can always, there's an app by US Postal Service where you can also see what mail is coming in your mail. So whenever you go in your mailbox and you don't see the mail, you try and figure out and ask the management of your apartment complex, where is your mail, okay? because you get a copy of what mail you're expecting today, and if you go in your mailbox and you don't see that, it is between where you live, the post person, and whoever dropped it off and whoever went and picked it up. Okay, start protecting yourself. The governments can't do it for you. You gotta start protecting yourself. Okay, unemployment and that sort of a thing. That is how your information is being, and this is another thing, because I am hoping that vice president that is coming up, that young lady, that she really look at these labor law, especially for Americans, because I think that people change their work too much in America, because you get we got to come back to this, ladies and gentlemen. Too much people get fired from their jobs, and sometimes it's for stupidity or things that is and that's how they get your identity. Okay, that's is how you leave without an whenever you're fired, you have to make sure that you got the first warning, the second warning, and the third warning. If you did not get that and you're fired, you can sue, ladies and gentlemen. Sue. Because you never get a first warning, you never get a second warning, and you never get a third warning. Okay, so you can sue. A lot of people fire people 90 days, because you get 90 days as temporary, and they fire a lot of people. That is dishonest. They will use people, get people, recognize that they're good, let them set up, and they recognize that these people are good, and what they do, let them set up their business and then fire them off. Okay, and listen to me, another thing, ladies and gentlemen, you are fired without ever having 3 warning. Sue. Okay, and if someone is going to be saying that, oh, we can't work together or whatever, no, you need to warn the person or whatever, because there is just so much deceptiveness. I've seen the deceptiveness that has transpired. There was a lady who called me and said, yeah, I just asked someone if they got fat and they fired me. That's stupidity. Maybe that person just needs to be on a diet. What do you think? Maybe you need to be on a diet, because I found out that I wanted to be on a diet, and I started to diet because I realized that I couldn't see my foot when I'm in the shower. Okay. This poor little girl called me. She said, I have been fired from my job because I asked someone if she gained weight. That's not, you're fired. Seriously, people, is it need the job that the person do? Why are you gonna? The person was just overweight. I could not understand. Yes, it is harassment, whatever harassment. No, that's not harassment. That's just asking you if you gain a lot of weight or you gain a couple pounds. That's it. That's not harassment. Do you know what is harassment? Harassment is when my boss is going to look at me. So what shoes you're wearing today? Woo! Ooh, those shoes are hot. If only you were a blonde. And I'm like, no, Euron, I'm not blonde, but you still like me. But am I going to... it is harassment. I used to wear a shawl at my work. Oh my God, you have your breasts. I'm like, if only you were blonde. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm not blonde, but I know you like me. So, that's harassment. But I didn't see it as an harassment because, yeah, somebody can just like me for who I am. But am I going to be screaming out at harassment? You can bet that, I'm sorry. I love fat people. But if someone asks you if you gain weight, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think someone should be fired that you say, oh, I haven't seen you for such a long time. Have you gained weight? And I think that these are the things that needs to be looked at the labor law. Because I've seen this, and this is why, because of the movement of people moving to different jobs, that is how people information is being accessed. So there was a situation where a certain accountant or bookkeeper went to work at a place, and she went for administration assistant, and then the lady say after 2 days, change it to bookkeeper accounting because we want you to do the bookkeeping. No, you can't do that because a bookkeeper and an administrator is two different things. Okay, the pay is different. But yet still, you wait until the person signed the contract, then yet change it until that. Okay, fine, no problem. The person did it and implement the whole system and everything. And try to get in everything. And then at the end of the day, 2 days or a day before the person was over the 90 days, because 90 days you can't fire anyone. You're going to you have oh, where is my loan? I don't see my loan. What are you looking at? Yeah, I have my profit and loss here and I don't see my loan. I have the profit and loss. Where is the loan? Ladies and gentlemen, do not become a bookkeeper if you have no idea what it is to be a bookkeeper. Okay, if you don't know the difference between a profit and a loss, pay a bookkeeper to do your business and do not make other people look as if ladies and gentlemen, your loans are never ever ever on your profit and loss. They are they're on your balance. Okay, it's not on the PL. It's on a balance. You have a balance and you have a profit and loss. Okay, a balance is all of what you have as assets. It's your building. It's your car. In business, it's all the thing. Your bank account. How much stocks, that's on the balance. Okay, the profit and loss, okay, the PL is where you never see your loans. Your loans is always on your balance. Okay, that is your credit, that is your long-term credit. Okay, a loan is a long-term credit. It is always on the balance. Okay, when you're looking for your loan, do not look on your profit and loss to see where your loans is, ladies and gentlemen, and don't fire anyone for that, because that is just showing you how stupid you are and that you're a stupid boss and you're not aware of how accounting is. Okay, a lady got because not that and the lady said, now yeah, well, okay, but I can't teach someone that what someone doesn't know. And the lady walked away. And that's how our identity was used. So they will do these things. No, if you know that someone is there and they're coming up to their 90 days, a week or 2 weeks before the person 90 days, you need to have a conversation and not play games behind the back and then going to find some stupidity of asking someone, where is my loan on a P&L. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we have different people, different clerical people. If you're not ready for a business and you don't know how a business is, do not try to use your powers that you think you have to make other people look stupid, because you're the only one that is stupid. Because alone is not on the profit and loss. What is on the profit and loss? It is always about all the assets, everything, your interest, your wins that you make minus your costs. Okay, then you come up your netto. Then you're going to be looking at your taxes. Okay, and you take your taxes off. The strife, where your depreciation is also supposed to be added up after you get to your net. So listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, educate yourself and stop firing people and doing as if people are not good at their jobs, because a lot of people, I recognize that a lot of people who are good at their jobs never get and they were in three, because they recognize that people are not being honest. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure the next time you're fired, make sure if you don't have 3 warning, you sue that company and sue them good. Sue them so you can sit down. All right. Harassment is not asking someone if they're fat. It can be. It's just a conversation. Hi. Oh, I haven't seen you in quite some time. Did you gain weight? That is not an harassment. An harassment is when my boss come and sit and said, "You're not blonde. If only you were blonde." Is my boss looking at my, oh God, oh, that is basically harassment. It's my boss saying to me, "Let me see your breasts, or else I'm going to fire you and take someone new on." Okay, that's harassment, ladies and gentlemen. So trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I am saying it. No, seriously, I swear to God. And the secretary was in the next room. No, seriously, seriously. Things happened to me, and the secretary, he in Holland here, he in Holland. And the secretary was in the next, and she said, "Go to my father right now." She said, "No, no, no, that is wrong." And, I worked there for 9 years, but I just, his wife was pregnant, and yeah, when a man's wife is pregnant, of course his eyes is going to be. So I really didn't see it as what. So trust me, that is harassment. Okay, when somebody is going to say, "Let me see your breasts."
Good
Sorry,
God.
"Let me see your breasts, or else I'm going to fire you." I said, "Try that." That is harassment. But I never see it as harassment because basically I know his wife, and I went to the director. I said, his wife is pregnant. Let it go. That is harassment. But yeah. So when people are going to be firing people because you ask them if they're fat, God damn it. If you're fat, you're just fat. And, recognize that, because I realized that I've gained 30 pounds. I can't see my foot good in the shower. And I went out and went to get my detox tea and my thingy. So people who are taking it very, very offensive that you're being fat. Seriously, get alive, people. There's more things happening in the world. Goo, 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 goo. Anything, Zeke? I can't even get
Nah.
benefits. Oh my God. And really suffering due to March. Oh my. No. No.
Mm.
A lot of people, honey, a lot of people have been going through this. Are you aware of this? A lot of my clients, a lot of people. You see, okay, let's break this down. The police, they're busy. They're having it busy, and the FBI also is having it busy. And honestly, I tell you, and I know it is happening so much. I think that they need to create another division for identity theft alone. Okay, and the thing that I'm going to be asking you governments and you guys with the identity theft, if someone said that their identity is stolen, that person is not joking. Okay, and the problem is that what I had is that I had to come back to Holland. And every 30 days, I had to redo that things. Why do you have to do it, redo it every 30 days? Your identity is stolen. So you need it to be resolved. Why? So I had to get one of those systems so that when I'm in Holland, I can log in, because the government, America is not going to let you in on an IP that is not a US IP. So I had to get a US IP in order to get that. And that was the only reason why I got that. But, thank God for that, because it saved me and protect my system. But every 30 days, you have to go back and you redoing it. And I think that, if someone really said that their identity is stolen, no one that is a criminal is going to try that, because they know that they're going to be caught. So I think that when people said that their identity is stolen, I think that they have to create some other system, because every 30 days you have to keep on redoing it. And I mean, I left and came back to Europe, and that was the reason why I had to get an American EP address in order to do it. And a lot of people have been going through this, and I'm please asking that somebody look at this, because it is very, very, a lot of people are having this problem with identity theft. And, maybe it's the reason why it affected me, because I'm the only one that seems to be recognizing and investigate how it is happened and where does it start happening. So I know you are worried and that sort of a thing. You go to the police. I could do a police report to when it happened, because I know exactly. So Queenie, I would say to you, go to your city hall and see if there's any organization that can help. I think that every city hall should have an identification desk, so that people could go. So I'm asking, changes is coming up, that someone really think about that. Okay, Queenie, I am going to reach out. I apply for Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you serious? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my God. What is going on? They need to really take down these people that is doing these things. It is a criminal offense to have someone else's social security. And a lot of people are not aware of this, but I don't know, Queenie, whatever. Sometimes, life is full of surprises, but I'm going to be asking the governments if they can help out, and I'm asking for one next help. I have recognized that the vice president, the soon to be vice president, is also from the islands. Is it possible that you could hold your help the island for them to get their vaccinations too? Someone needs to help the islands because the vaccination, and I'm realizing that a lot of countries do not have the amount of money for each and every person to be vaccinated, and this is another cause. I'm calling up. If anyone out there that can help the Highland, so that they may get their vaccination also, okay? Because most of the islands are on their own. So for ones who are on their own, because we have a Dutch Antillean Islands, and for the rest, I'm asking for help. A lot of people don't even think about the islands. Some islands are not connected to no countries or mainland. And I'm really asking for help because for the islands to go and, borrow money again from the IMF, that is just creating another credit. It is a natural disaster. So I think that there should be another way in order to help the islands. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the 5th series, and I am asking the FBI's and, really to help if there, someone else could put up another division just for identity theft. I have been receiving it from a lot of people that a lot of identity theft is going on. This has become a real international problem. It is less in some places, but in America it is very rampantly. And some people have kids and they don't have anything to eat, and I'm really asking if the FBI could help out, and if the police could have more information. I know the police gave me LifeLock, and I went to LifeLock, so I'm asking the FBI and identity theft if you can create a more stable thing, so that whether or not it comes at the city hall or a connection to the city hall that people can go to in the closest city with them, because it is very bad, ladies and gentlemen. And I am aware that the FBI, you guys are very busy, and the police is very busy. But I think that, and I'm asking kindly, because I've gone through it too, if you guys can create another department just for identity theft, and that someone can sit with them. They can bring their documents and the rest of it, and that it can be followed up. A lot of work, people are out of work, and a lot of people who have the idea of how to do this. And I think that there needs to be a data system, a database system that is clear. And through that database system, for a lot of people in accounting, you know about the tri-table that you can you type in someone's name, and when all the names comes up, then you can recognize the address and different places that people. So you need someone to create a very powerful data system in order for you to recognize, because once you're in the United States, you don't have a fingerprint, only if you travel in and out of the United States. And that is why there is so many identity theft. People who travel in and out of the United States is quicker to find out who, because they have they're going in and out, so America knows who they are. So please get digital passport, because that is also going to be helping to break the identity theft. Because trust me, with digital passport, you can't change this shit. Okay, all your information is there. So if anyone is any rich entrepreneur and you want to invest with the US government in order to heal this situation with identity theft. And I want to say to you, each and every person that is going through identity theft, I know what it's like. It is very stressful. You are pissed off. You are really upset over what is transpiring, but being upset and not doing something. So I am asking, and I know a lot of you are, I've gone to the police, I gone to the FBI, but yeah, the easiest thing is that people who travel, it is easier for people who travel, but for people who don't have a passport or never, leave the country, it's harder for you guys, okay? And I feel that it is unfair for American citizens when their citizenship is been stolen and is used by someone else. And my question is how they are getting in. So next week, let me know how they're getting in. How are these illegals are getting in, okay? That is my question. I just want to know that, okay? Because I recognize when last year I was coming back, that another woman, I have my boarding pass in my bag, and and only to find that TSCA is going to tell me that someone else had a boarding pass without a passport that was about to get on a plane, my seat to get to Europe. Now, how did that person, who is that person, and how did they get in the country before? That is just one question I want to find out. So, ladies and gentlemen, for all the people with identity theft and all of that, my heart goes out to you. I know what that is. If it wasn't that I left Europe and come back to the States and was going back to the States, it would have been a chaotic situation. My partner was like, what the hell is going on? How can someone else have your boarding pass? And trust me, I was on a plane with Norwegian people. I was like one of the only black person on the plane. So how can someone else add my boarding pass, which was unrecognizable? And it's a good thing I scanned my boarding pass and look in the thing there and the gate open, or else I could not have come back to Europe. So who was the person? How did the person have a second boarding pass? That is my question for a very long time. So however these people are getting in the United States, they're creating a lot of havoc for people like us that have identity theft. Okay. So Queenie, I'm wishing you the best, Queenie. And if anyone out there who is seeing this video, please reach out to Queenie. We need to start helping each other. The governments cannot do everything. We need to start protect each other. I love you guys. I gotta go. I see you next week. Namaste.
Right. Namaste.